Moving now to our lightning round.
Nice.
During this, yeah, it's a fun one.
We can get through a lot of material. Let's go.
During this round, candidates will be provided with a yes or no question and given 30 seconds to respond. We're going to be starting with yourself, District Attorney Ho, and then moving to the right.
Okay. Thank God. I'm going to reverse card. Let's go.
I think it's right.
Thank goodness it starts over here. All right.
Question number one. This question comes from Susanna of Roseville. Kevin Kiley, a notoriously difficult individual to locate.
Let's get a round of applause for that introduction, please.
Round of applause, everyone. Great introduction. Good job, me. Kevin Kiley, a notoriously difficult individual to locate, has avoided in-person town halls and constituent meetings for the past 2 years. Yes or no, if elected, will you commit to an in-person town hall at least quarterly?
110%. I'll tell you this, that when I became the DA, I actually held town hall meetings in different parts of Sacramento. I even had somebody that we put away in prison for committing some serious crimes, and he came to the town hall meeting. Afterwards, we shook hands. Politicians forget this. We work for you. You're our bosses. That means we need to sit down, listen, and have that conversation, whether we agree or disagree. And I guarantee you and I promise you, we will hold a town hall meeting when I'm elected to Congress. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mayor Guerrero, yes or no, if elected, will you commit to an in-person town hall at least quarterly?
Absolutely. As mayor, I've held town halls. As a result of one town hall, for example, I've learned from the community members about a pool that was removed, and now we are restoring an aquatic center in that part of the community because it is the most underserved, underinvested part of the community. It is going to be a $63 million investment. Understandably, that is a high cost, but it's a high cost worth it to the people. And that's what I'm going to bring to the people. I'm going to listen and take back what they need and deliver for them.
Thank you very much. Mr. Vandenberg, yes or no, if elected, will you commit to an in-person town hall at least quarterly?
Yes, absolutely. Part of the reason Kevin's not showing up to town halls right now is he looks terrible. It's like looking at Eeyore. This guy he's not having a good time. The thing about this is a willpower problem for your member of Congress, right? They'll make all kinds of excuses about, I'm on the East Coast, I'm in Washington doing important business. Folks, I just finished a master's degree in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which I commuted back from every single week to be here 4 days a week to campaign. I don't have that problem, and I look forward to continuing that cycle in Washington.
Thank you very much. Dr. Pan, yes or no, if elected, will you commit to an in-person town hall at least quarterly?
I do commit to having in-person town halls. In fact, when I was in the state legislature, I did. I have to admit that RFK Jr.'s followers came to crash several of them, but we still continue to hold them. And I'm counting on the people who attend to tell them to sit down and be sure I am able to answer questions from my constituents as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Babb Tomlinson, yes or no, if elected, will you commit to an in-person town hall at least quarterly?
Absolutely, and let's do it once a month. But I would also say that as a former union organizer, it's important to make sure that our town halls are accessible to all. So making sure that we have the appropriate translations, making sure we have the appropriate ADA setups, and making sure that if people want to come and join us virtually, we'll make sure we're technologically savvy to do that. So looking forward to continuing to engage and build community with all of you.
Thank you very much. For this next question, we're going to start with you, Mayor Guerrero. This question comes from Jeff of Rocklin. In many primary races across the country, Democrats have pledged not to accept corporate PAC money to signal their support for campaign finance reform and show voters they are not beholden to special interest. Yes or no, do you accept corporate PAC or special interest PAC money, such as APAC, Big Pharma, fossil fuels, or insurance?
I have not accepted any corporate PAC or any of the other PAC funding. This is a grassroots campaign. It is very difficult to fundraise under those situations and to get the message out that who you stand for is what the community stands for. My values are the people's values. As a social worker, I've integrated and tried to learn so much from all of you, and I strongly want to hold on to those values. So I will continue that and make sure that the funding that I get to get the message out is from this grassroots, from the people that believe in what what we all stand for, what my values are as well.
Thank you very much. Mr. Vandenberg, yes or no, do you accept corporate PAC or special interest PAC money?
No. No corporate PAC money, no insurance PAC money, no fossil fuel money, no APAC money, none of it. I'm actually 100% grassroots funded, and I'm actually supported by many of the faces that I see in this room. So thank you, like PBS, I guess. Look, politicians show up in Washington bought and paid for because it's the easy button. Until we get campaign finance reform, we have to show our principles and wear them on our sleeve, and I'm proud to do so. So I don't accept corporate PAC money of any kind.
Thank you very much. Dr. Pan, yes or no, do you accept corporate PAC or special interest PAC money?
I'm proud that I actually have the largest number of grassroots donors of anyone else in this campaign. I think my record in the legislature shows that I'm willing to take on those corporate interests, right? That's why we have medication at $11 insulin, and we took on the pharmaceutical companies. We took on big oil by setting climate change goals, some of the most aggressive the most aggressive in the whole country, and I supported that. So there's many things that I've done to show that I'm free of corporate interests, and again, as I said, my financial report, I urge you to take a look at it.
Thank you very much. And Ms. Babb Tomlinson, yes or no, do you accept corporate PAC or special interest PAC money?
No, and I'm the only candidate endorsed by End Citizens United because they actually looked at my records and saw that I didn't take Chevron or Big Pharma money and would never. It's important to me that I'm beholden to you all as regular individual and not special interest. And so if a career politician tells you that they haven't taken Chevron or Big Pharma money, you should take a look and see if that's actually true or not. But I hold that endorsement from End Citizens United and will continue that when I go to Congress.
Thank you very much. District Attorney Ho, yes or no, do you accept corporate PAC or special interest PAC money?
Well, I believe in transparency and accountability when it comes to finance laws, and what I can tell you is that we need to build a large coalition within the party, and I've built it, for example, with labor and special interests. The carpenters have supported me, the building trades in particular, the plumbers and pipe fitters, because they represent the values I believe in, which is protecting reproductive rights, protecting workers in labor, and protecting our environment, and I will continue to do so.
Thank you very much. This next question is going to start with you, Mr. Vandenberg.
Okay.
A recent Gallup poll showed that less than half of all registered Democrats approve of Democrats in Congress. Much of the dissatisfaction has been aimed at congressional leadership.
Yeah.
Yes or no, will you support the continued leadership of Hakeem Jeffries?
No. No, God, no. Are you kidding me? No, look, the Democratic Party is mistrusted because we're doing a bad job. We're sitting here with a guy who's been convicted of, 34 felonies, and we somehow lost and can't hold him accountable with our current tactics? I get it, we're in the minority, but it's time to change. This is why I believe there's no value in this playing the bipartisan reach across the aisle game any longer. It's time to show steel, it's time to fight, and I want a leader who reflects that.
Thank you very much. Dr. Pan, yes or no, will you support the continued leadership of Hakeem Jeffries?
I think the reason our party is suffering is we have not delivered for the American people, right? People are still struggling paycheck to paycheck. We are seeing that this president is running roughshod over the Constitution. So certainly I will demand that we have leaders that are going to ensure that Congress actually exerts its full constitutional powers. That includes declaration of war, that includes taxation against tariffs, that includes over appropriations as well, in terms of limiting ICE and other types of things. And that's the expectation I will have for anyone I vote for leader.
Thank you very much. Ms. Babb Tomlinson, yes or no, will you support the continued leadership of Hakeem Jeffries?
I think it's really important to understand how Congress works, and I've had personal conversations with Leader Jeffries, and I like what he is trying to do with the party in terms of what we need to do next, which is infusing the next generation of leaders who are going to be dealing with what happens in this country. We can't keep electing the same type of politicians who go along with the status quo and think it'll all work. There's a reason that Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi worked with Hakeem Jeffries in the leadership. And I think if we want to be efficient as Democrats and not fight amongst ourselves, we need to be focused on getting things done.
Thank you very much. District Attorney Ho, yes or no, will you support the continued leadership of Hakeem Jeffries?
You know, I've personally met with and talked to many members of the California Democratic delegation and the leadership. And I think what is really important is that we need to work together instead of working against each other. Because united, we can beat Donald Trump, who is the true threat to democracy. Together, we can defeat Kevin Kiley. And that is really the goal and the focus here, to defend democracy. And I'll continue to do so. And we need to focus on that.
Thank you very much. This next question is going to be directed at Dr. Pan. Yes, I'm sorry. We did not. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My mistake.
Oh, no,
Mayor
it's okay.
Guerrero, yes or no, will you support the continued leadership of Hakeem Jeffries?
I think I would take a close look at the leadership once we have a House that is fully, we have the majority back. And I think we need to evaluate where we've come and where we want to go at this point with leadership. So I would keep an open mind and see how we can work together and work more strongly as a party so that we can achieve the goals that we need to achieve in restoring the democracy that we saw stripped from us.
Thank you very much, and my apologies for almost
That's
skipping
okay.
you. Now we're ready for the next question. Dr. Pan, yes or no, if you do not make it to the top 2 after the primary, will you commit to endorsing and supporting the top Democratic candidate?
Yes. I mean, basically, look, we need to flip the House. And we need to unify around our candidate to flip the House. This Republican House, even they've described themselves as comatose. And certainly Kevin Kiley is part of that. As much as he may pretend to be independent, he's still being supported by the Republican leadership. If you look at his finances, he's still being supported by them. So we need to be sure that we have good representation for this district and for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One moment. Ms. Babb Tomlinson, yes or no, if you do not make it to the top 2 after the primary, will you commit to endorsing and supporting the top Democratic candidate?
I'm honored that they would want my endorsement. I'm just a mom who cares about politics. So yeah, I would. And I think that what I would ask is that we look critically at voting rights in this country and we take it seriously on day one. Democracy is not a joke, and so I would like to make sure that the person I'm supporting is going to really focus on making sure that everyone has an opportunity to vote in this country.
Thank you very much. District Attorney Ho, yes or no, if you do not make it to the top 2 after the primary, will you commit to endorsing and supporting the top Democratic candidate?
Not only will I endorse that candidate, but I'll go around and knock on doors and canvass for them as well, because at the end of the day, we need to take back District 6 in 2026. We need to defeat Kevin Kiley. We need to take back the House of Representatives and our democracy, period.
Thank you very much. Mayor Guerrero, yes or no, if you do not make it to the top 2 after the primary, will you commit to endorsing and supporting the top candidate?
Yes, and I just hope Kiley does not make it in the top 2 so that we have a choice of the best Democrat.
Thank you very much. And Mr. Vandenberg, yes or no, if you do not make it to the top 2 after the primary, will you commit to supporting the top Democratic candidate?
Yes, I think anybody on this stage in front of you would be a good representative, and I look forward to backing whoever your choice happens to be after the primary. Look, I've been running to be your representative since long before Prop 50. I've been in this 10 months now, and the one thing that I want most of all is to watch Kevin cry on TV as we send him home. I am so excited for that day. I hope I get to be the one to do it, but if it's not me, I will be there to make sure that it happens either way.
Thank you very much. Okay. That does it for our yes/no questions. So we are moving on to our audience questions.